It's now time for the #1 podcast at iHeartRadio. It's Your House is Key, the podcast that opens the door to your dream home. Hosted by the remarkable Dannel Shepard, he's your trusted guide in the world of real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, selling your current one, or simply curious about the market, this podcast is your one-stop shop for all things real estate. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host and my good friend, Dannel Shepard.
Welcome back to Your House is Key podcast, where we unlock the secrets to your next home. I am your host. That's right. It's me, your favorite realtor, Dannel Shepard, your go-to guide in Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky, and also a member of the Lazo Group at Re. So whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasonal homeowner looking to downsize, well, today we're diving into a topic that's becoming increasingly popular in the real estate market: condo living. Coming up after this break.
Hey there, I'm Tyler. Let me tell you about my amazing experience with Dannel Shepard from the Your House is Key podcast. Dannel didn't just help me find a house, he found me my dream home and saved me thousands. I trust Dannel Shepard with the Lazo Group at Re, and so should you.
All right, so let's dive into it, right? We're talking about condo living. So you say, well, what's the number one? I'm curious of what he's going to say is number one. Well, location, location, location. First thing to consider, of course, it's the location, right? The value of your condo is heavily tied to its location. Do you want to be close to amenities that matters the most to you, whether it's work, school, shopping, or entertainment? Remember, a great location can also be a huge plus if you decide to sell in the future, or rent it, or Airbnb, or whatever you may have. So make sure the location stands out, rings a bell, and make people say, I understand why. Imagine when you go places. Trust me, I know my listeners, you guys Airbnb and used the condo before. And where do you want it to be? Close to the happening. Whatever the happening was for you, you want it to be close. So just remember that when it's your turn, looking for a condo. Number 2, know the condo association rules. In other words, there's rules to this, guys. There are rules. So before you fall in love with the unit, make sure you understand the condo association rules and the regulations. What you have to understand, some associations have strict policies on things like pets, rentals, and renovations, Airbnbs, short-term, long-term, and you don't want to be caught off guard by rules that don't fit your lifestyle or overall agenda. So make sure you get real familiar with those rules. Number 3, monthly fees and what they cover. Let's talk money, because it's very important when you're owning a condo, understanding where and what your money is going to and how often. So condos come with monthly association fees that covers maintenance, amenities, and sometimes the utilities. Sometimes. Most of the times, but I'm still going to say sometimes. Be sure to find out what these fees include and if there are any special assessments on the horizon. High fees aren't necessarily a bad thing if they cover valuable amenities, but it also should fit your budget. Again, if it allows rentals and you're doing short term, you need to be able to make a profit. Again, we'll talk more in another episode. But again, understand your overall budget when it comes to these monthly fees will help you determine if this is the right condo. Number 4, understand the reserve fund. What? The reserve fund? Yes, that is correct. So if we're speaking of finances, right, you should also ask about the condo's reserve fund. This is essentially the association savings account. I'm going to say this again. This is the Condos Association's savings account for major repairs and maintenance. A healthy reserve fund means less likely a sudden large assessment for the owners, because no one wants to wake up and now you have an assessment that is so large you become frustrated and you're no longer living your dream, right? If the reserves fund is low, it could be a red flag. So make sure you do some studying and understanding of the reserve fund. Number 5, the building's age and condition. It's important to know how old the building is. You want to know the kind of maintenance that's been done over the years. Let's face it, older buildings might have charm, but they can also come with a lot of maintenance and repair issues. And as we stated before, it could come with large assessments or assessments in general to help cover that maintenance that may come along with it. Not all old buildings, but there's some, right? So check to see if the building has undergone any major renovations or upgrades. So I want to give you a little rest. When we come back for this break, we'll dive into the other 10.
Imagine a future where finding your dream home is effortless. With Dannel Shepard from the Lazo Group at Remax Time, the future is now. He anticipates your needs, answers every question, and makes home buying a seamless experience. For a realtor who truly cares, trust Dannel Shepard, where your house is key.
All right, welcome back. You guys ready? Are you taking your notes? Your brain spinning? You got your budget? All right, well, here's another one most people overlook. Parking availability. Do you have a car? Do you not? Are you going to have company? Well, you need to understand the parking availability. Make sure there's adequate parking available. Some condos offer assigned parking spaces, while others may have limited spots. Check if parking is included in the purchase price or if it's an additional fee. As stated before, don't forget to ask about guest parking and how many. And some people say guests can't park longer than 24 hours. There's so many rules that could come along with parking. But whether this is a permanent condo or you have bigger plans for it, understanding the parking and availability of the parking will determine, again, if this condo overall fits your plan and idea of what you want to do. Number 7, I'm going to discuss noise level, because you may or may not know, but living in a condo means there is a shared wall, shared spaces. So shared walls, floors, ceilings with your neighbors. So make sure to consider the noise levels in the building. If you can, visit the condo after different times, especially if the market's not in that area super, super hot. I mean, I know the market is hot right now, but if you could get more than one visit in different times, it will definitely get you an idea or a feel of how quiet or how noisy it may be. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Number 8, now's the fun stuff. Let's talk about the amenities, right? This is what we're in it for, right? This is the best part. What amenities does a condo offer? From pools to gyms to communal spaces and security. Amenities can enhance your living experience and increase condos' value. The more amenities, higher the value. Some people like pools. Some people like gyms. Some people like the community spaces where you can sit there and play board games and talk, or have a computer lab just outside of your everyday condo. Weigh it out. Ask the questions. How important are those things to you and or the future that you have in mind? We talked a little bit about the rules and regulations of the HOA, the association rules and the reserve fund. So guess what we're going to talk about now? The Homeowners Association's health. Well, what do you mean the health? Well, that's important, right? You want to do some research. And when I say the health of the Homeowners Association, are there any ongoing disputes, lawsuits, or financial issues? A well-maintained association is key to a smooth condo living experience. Not saying hiccups can occur, right? Because life happens, and when life starts lifing, you sometimes you're just along for the roller coaster. But you want to know these things in advance. But don't be afraid to ask for meeting minutes or to speak with a board member. And when you get the opportunity, read up or ask the questions. Number 10, we talked about money and finances and dreams and pictures and so many other ways. So let's get to it. Resale value, right? Lastly, thinking long term, even if you plan to live in your condo forever, life can change. Age, sickness, moving for family, job, or just your overall objective and goal may have changed. Consider the resale value of the condo. Factors mentioned before, like the location, your amenities, and the overall condition of the building, right? Recent upgrades, renovations, the assessments, those things will play a big role in its future marketability. So don't just live in it, enjoy it as well, but keep up with it. Continue to increase its value with the things that you can control. But again, the things you can't, the location, the amenities, and the overall outer space of the building, the common areas, will eventually affect your resale value. So please keep that in mind. So there you have it, guys. 10 key things to consider when buying a condo. So whether you're looking for low maintenance living, a sense of community, or a place to call your own, and I'm going to take it further, or you're looking for a vacation spot in Airbnb, something to travel or rent out to, these 10 factors could make or break a decision. But knowing what you're getting into can bring a very profitable outcome at the end. Whether it's a choice of lifestyle or a simple business move for you, there's always homework to do. If you have any further questions, feel free to give me a call or a member of the team. I am Dannel Shepard with the Lazo Group at Remax Time. Thank you for tuning in to Your House is Key podcast. I can be reached at 513-703-0370 or drs@yourhouseskey.com. Until next time, remember, your house is key, and enjoy.
Thanks for listening to Your House is Key with Dannel Shepard. Each week, Dannel dives into essential tips, insider secrets, and expert advice to help you navigate the exciting journey of home ownership and home selling. From understanding market trends and finding the perfect neighborhood to even securing financing, staging your home, and closing the deal, there's only one guy that gets it done. Dannel Shepard, right here at yourhouseskey.com.